taking a chance to learn what's in my head and reel out the thoughts that fill me with dread. You die for me when I won't even cry for you. Oh, please, Lord, tell me what must I do? Taking out a page each day from the letter you wrote to me. A book of lies that I despise, but with your animosity. Take me back to a time we met on that bank holiday. We made it right from the first night till you threw it all away. Would you dance to make my grave when I'm gone? Or see me for that man that I've become? Would I see that you care when I'm in need of you the most? But you don't care. You're not there anymore. Confusion is a gift that forever falls my own way. I'll never be so proud of that man I am today. Take me back to a time of our once happy days. Still you seem to ever haunt me with your condescending ways. Now it's time to do things right and get you out of my head and reel out the thoughts that fill me with dread. Would you dance to make my grave when I'm gone? Or see me for that man that I've become? But would I see that you care when I'm in need of you the most? But you don't care. You're not there anymore. And the pain you caused fell from afar, and the message that you betrayed, it caused me too much sorrow and pain. But I won't fall for that anymore. Would you dance to make my grave when I'm gone? Or see me for that man that I've become? Would I see that you care when I'm needing you the most? But you don't care. You're not there anymore.
Yes, people, welcome back to another stream. It's Project 2025. It's Project 2025, guys. Yeah, a lot of hair in it, you know. We're cooked, you know what I mean? I go get a shower. Yeah, big up to you guys, man. Make sure you guys are smashing up the likes. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you guys are new. Pep Guardiola been speaking today in the press conference and said some very interesting things regarding some of the players in this squad, regarding some of the players that maybe maybe need to be moved on from the team due to injuries, not due to quality. It's something that we need to clarify here. Yeah, when we're talking about some of these players, we're not talking about quality. Right? Obviously, we're talking about John Stones, Ake, and the likes. Yeah, no one's speaking about if they're good enough. No one's speaking about that. They're obviously good enough. Yeah. Also, yeah, huge L. Check that spot on my nose. It's not a spot, it's a mark. Yeah. In bed last night, had my phone in my hand, done the standard thing, boom, dropped it on my face. So that's why I've got like a little bit of a mark there. How many people have done that, by the way? You must have done that one time in your life, yeah? You must have just been on your phone, that is, like in bed, on your phone, scrolling through TikTok or whatever, and then just go boom, and the whole thing just falls on your face. So yeah, that's what a mark is. But yeah, listen, Pep Guardiola speaking today in the press conference ahead of the game against Liverpool. And obviously the big news comes out about John Stones, essentially saying that John Stones might need surgery on his latest injury. Now, we did see John Stones when he got subbed off against Real Madrid. He actually said, "I'm fucked," or "It's fucked." I've seen his. That's what he said to one of the staff. So we knew it was going to be bad. You know what I mean? Because let's be honest, yeah, John Stones knows if the injury's bad or not. He's had enough of them. So Pep said he's injured, a difficult one. Next hours and days, we'll know if he needs surgery or not. Yeah, it's a long period, like Manuel Akanji. And of course, listen, we spoke about this so many times about having to make difficult decisions this summer that we don't really want to make. However, if we're going to move the club forward, you have to make difficult decisions. Sometimes you don't want to make the decision, but listen, these people at the top of the football club, the sporting directors, the guys in the board, the manager, they get paid a lot of money to make this squad the best it can be because that's their job. And sometimes that means making decisions that maybe you don't really want to make. Kevin De Bruyne, for example. Do you want to keep Kevin De Bruyne? Stones. What do you do with Ake? Do you keep him? Grealish, Ederson, these sort of players. Mahrez, we sold him a few years ago. Unpopular decision with me. Some people said it was the right decision. I said it wasn't. It's not an easy decision. But you've got to make them. And if you don't make them, you go backwards. And that's what's happened this year. It's not rocket science. You know what I mean? Football is very easy, really. It is. It's obviously you've got the intricacies and the little details, but fundamentally, you have the best players, you have a good manager, you win stuff. You don't have good players, you don't have a good manager, you won't win stuff. You don't have a good player, you don't have good players, you have a good manager, maybe you'll win some shit, but you're not going to win a lot, right? And at the moment, I think we've got a great manager. I know some people don't like him, but I think we've got a great manager with players that are unfortunately past their sell-by date because they're too old. And this is an elite level sport, and we need to get rid of some of these players. Now, one of the major issues that we've got, and we spoke about this before, is that because we've left this basically 2 years longer than we should have, because in my opinion, I think we should have started this after the treble, and we certainly should have done it in the summer. And now we're going into the third summer transfer window. I've identified essentially 9 to 10 players that, in my opinion, are not good enough or too old, they're not good enough anyway, and that need to be moved on. Now, I'm not an idiot, yeah? Some of you might think I'm an idiot, yeah? But I'm not. I know that you're probably not going to get rid of 9 to 10 players in a single transfer window. However, there's 9 to 10 players on the list, and I think you need to be hitting at least 5, probably 6 of those players that need to leave, right? And you need to move them on because we need to massively refresh this system. Now, Pep Guardiola said today, and obviously it's this is basically what he said. Look at this comment. This was a big one for me. He says this today: we have to sit down with the doctors, physios, players, and their agents to be clear that some of them cannot sustain every 3 days, every month, or 2 months playing every 2 or 3 days. This is the reality, guys. Yeah, if you're still one of these people who thinks that we're not going to sell a lot of players in the summer, this is him telling you. This is him telling you. We can't keep players at the football club that cannot play football regularly. So you're going to have to move some of them on. Some of them don't want to be here. Ederson, so he's going to go. Let's be honest, Ederson's going. Walker's going to go. I think Stones is probably going to go. Now, people will say, but who's going to buy Stones? City will sell Stones for 10, 15 million because that's straight profit, by the way. That's straight profit. That goes straight to the profit line. Yeah, because there's no book value there anymore because we paid him off because he's been here so long. And I think people say, who's going to spend 10, 15 million on John Stones? Someone will take a risk on that. 100% someone will take a risk. If you spend 10, 15 million on John Stones, yeah, and you get him playing 30, 35 games a season, what a purchase. Great purchase. If he only plays 20, you've only paid 10, 15 million anyway. So I don't see people saying no one's going to pay 10 million quid for John Stones. I think that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Of course, someone's going to gamble 10 million quid. He says this as well. Again, more evidence. The reality is that for the future, if Man City want to be there competing again, we have to have players that are fit and available. And it can happen sometimes, sustaining injuries, but already it's many times it's happened. Teams are getting quicker, faster, stronger, and many things we cannot handle it right now. This is the reality. I don't know how many times, you need to get these hints and these nods from people in the know. Yeah, I'm not talking about these fake ITKs. I'm talking about the real guys, Jack Gordon, Sam Lees. The manager is literally telling us, I can't win shit. That's what he's saying there, really. If you break that down, he's basically saying, I can't compete with Manchester City with these set of players because they never fit. That's what he's saying. Kevin De Bruyne, you spoke about Kevin De Bruyne. Why didn't he play against Real Madrid? Can't handle the physicality. He's literally telling us now. He's gone past the point of glossing it over like he was doing a couple of months ago. He's literally just telling us. But he's not going to tell you like outright. He's not just going to sit there and go, oh, this guy can't play. This guy can't play. He needs to go. He can't do that. He's given us the information. But as a fan, you have to put the dots together. You have to connect the jigsaw puzzle and work out what he's saying. He can't just sit there and go, yeah, he's got to go because he's never fit. He's too old. He's not he's too loyal. He's not going to disrespect the players. But at the same time, he knows that he's got to say something. And it's up to you as a fan. And listen, if you read these comments and go, nah, no one's leaving LB, you're overreacting. Fairs. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. But I'm telling you now, I'm absolutely certain that at least 5 players will leave. In my opinion, I think we might be closer to 6. But in my honest view, there's 9 to 10 players in that squad that I think need moving. But you can't do that in one summer. I get that, yeah. Obviously, again, when I put that tweet out, I expect people to be able to realize that I understand that you're not going to get rid of 10 players. Yeah. I understand that you're not going to get rid of 10 players in a single window, but obviously some people don't get that. You know what I mean? I think that I want 10 sold in one summer, which, if the option was there, I would, but you're not going to be able to do that. So, yeah, listen, that's where we're at, man. And, we've got to hit that market hard in the summer. Yeah. You got to hit the market hard in the summer because you can't be dragging it out. And this is one of the issues that we've got this summer, yeah, is we can't be dragging this out. By the way, guys, make sure you smash these likes up as well, people. Get these likes up, innit? We've got 700 people in the building, only 31 likes. What the hell? That's a disgrace here, guys. Yeah, that's a disgrace here. Smash the likes. We've got to hit this market hard. We've got to be early. What we need to remember here is, yeah, and obviously I get it, and I know a lot of you guys get it, yeah, but we obviously need to make sure the club get it, right? And I think they'll get it, right? Because I think they're quite smart. And I think Viana seems early days like he knows what he's walking into. In previous years, when the squad's been fantastic, we've been able to pick and choose and wine and dine and just like, oh, I want that, I don't want that, I'll turn that down, blah, I'll negotiate. Unfortunately, the squad is in a bad place right now. And therefore, you're going to have to go hard, pause, in the summer and early. Yeah? And get these players in rapid. Now, that means you might have to spend a little bit more money than you anticipated because you can't negotiate, you can't drag it out. But the squad's not going to be in the position. We're in this Club World Cup, which is, let's be honest, is coming at the worst possible time here. Yeah, it's coming at the worst possible time. Great for the club. They get a load of money, 60 million quid, maybe 100 million quid from it. Brilliant. Yeah. As a fan, great. I get to watch City more. Yeah. I don't know how interested I'm going to be in it until it starts. I'll judge that at the time. But in terms of the squad building, it's coming at the worst possible time. And we're going to have to get these players in. And it's going to cost a lot of money because we need first-team players. We're not talking Kovacic's. We're not talking 33, 34-year-old Gundogan on a free. We're not talking Nunes. We're not talking Phillips. We're talking Cambiasso. We're talking Costa Chevalier. We're talking a centre-back that's going to cost 60, 70 mil. We're talking Wirtz money, 100+ million. We're talking all-round midfielder, 60, 70, 80 million quid. But that's where we're at because the squad's decayed. Because they've not invested in the squad. The proof's in the pudding. They spent 20 million quid this summer. When I say, not invested in the squad, they spent 20 million. We've got two players, Savinho and Gundogan. They've not invested in the squad. So when you do that, you then need to catch up. Innit? It's like, bro, yeah, that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? You've got to continually. I think the club should have a strategy where every summer they have like a minimum investment requirement. So every summer they should be saying, right, we need to spend 70 million every summer. Minimum. That's not so I can be an entitled fan and you just want the shiny new toy. It's to avoid a situation where the squad decays and you end up in a position where you need to spend 500 million pounds in the space of 2 windows, which is what's happened here. That's what's happened. And I called it before January, and people saying I was being stupid and overreactionary. I wasn't. I was talking facts. Before the January window, I said this squad's going to take 500 million pounds to rebuild. I wasn't saying it for like reaction. I was saying it because I genuinely believe. I looked at the players and I said these players are not good enough anymore, and they need to be sold or moved on. And it's going to cost to get like for like, i.e., when they were good. It's going to cost 500 million quid. And the reason that's happened is because they've let the squad decay. And that's where you're up to. So I think the club should implement sort of like a minimum spend, a minimum investment spend per year. And again, it's not because I want them to just be spending money for the sake of it. Yeah, I want them to be spending money regularly so we avoid a situation like this. Because listen, what's the point in all this situation if we don't learn from our mistakes? Yeah, we know the mistakes. The club know the mistake. Pep knows the mistakes. Yeah? The club wanted to do the rebuild in the summer. Pep said, no, that was a mistake. Cool. We've acknowledged it. Pep's acknowledged it. The club acknowledges it. Sound. Yeah? They've now acknowledged that by spending £175 million in January. They started to rectify it. And I believe they'll do at least 250, maybe getting on to 300 million in the summer. Why? Because unlike some people, I actually trust that this club knows what they're doing. Yeah? That doesn't mean I won't call them out if I think they've made a mistake, yeah? But I actually trust that they'll sort it out. And I believe this club will sort it out in the summer. And I think they will go and spend 250, 300 million quid because that's what needs to be done. And I believe this club does what needs to be done. That doesn't mean they won't make mistakes. They will. And when they make mistakes, I think it's completely reasonable to call them out on it. That's what I've done. That's what a lot of you guys have done. And then they've started, they've realised that. Pep's realised it. He said it in a press conference. They've made a mistake. Yeah, he's also said in a press conference that this era of having a small squad is over. So I think we are going to naturally see more players come into the Manchester City squad because Pep said that was an error as well. But it's only good if you then rectify it, and we need to do that in the summer. So, listen, I know people are saying, well, if we need a bigger squad, LB, you can't be getting rid of 9, 10 players this summer. I agree. We're not going to sell 9 to 10 players. I think we'll sell around 6 players, yeah? We're going to need a goalkeeper. We need a right back. I think you need a centre back. You need 2 midfielders, yeah? And then you might need a winger, potentially. But I ain't signing a Savio or a Doku winger. If we're signing a winger, I want a Rodrigo or a Baller, yeah? But a lot of those players are going to cost a lot of money. I think some players... I was listening to Martin on Mancunian Way the other day, and he was saying that he reckons Bernardo Silva might stay. I wouldn't. If it was me, I'd move him on. Yeah, because I don't think he's good enough anymore. However, we've got to learn from this small squad thing, and you might have to keep Bernardo Silva. You might have to keep Kovacic as well. That doesn't mean we can't sign the other 2 players, but they have to then be squad rotation players. Bernardo and Kovacic have to be moved to squad rotation rather than starting every single game. Yeah, because I want these new players in. I want a new right back. I want a new goalkeeper. I want a new centre back. I want 2 new midfielders, right? But I also want a bigger squad for next year. I'm kind of happy having Kovacic in the squad if he's 3rd, 4th, 5th choice. I don't want him first choice, second choice, maybe even third choice might be too much. Same with Bernardo Silva. Yeah. But we've got to build this squad up, man, because it's far too small. Far too small. Do you know what I mean? And you just listen, I don't have a problem with the club making a mistake. You know what I mean? I really don't. My problem is if they don't rectify it. You know, you cannot go through life expecting someone not to make any mistakes. Yeah, people make mistakes. People make mistakes. Cool. Yeah, make a mistake and what? Yeah. So long as you rectify it, so long as one, you acknowledge the mistake, which the club have done. Two, rectify it, which the club have started to do in January. They spent £175 million and signed 4 players, 5 if you include Juma Bar. So you can't say they're not trying to rectify it. We need to continue that, though, into the summer. So long as you do that, no problem. You know, this world is not a perfect world, man. People make errors. People make mistakes. People say things and do things that they shouldn't have said, and they realise that. So long as you say, yo, made an error, I'll move on, my bad in it, let's fix this. Cool. And that's what the club have done. Do you know what I mean? The problem becomes if they don't acknowledge it and rectify it. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I always had faith. That's why I always had faith, yeah, going into this January window. I was going into this January window saying, listen, lads, I think we'll sign 3, 4, 5 players. Yeah. Why? Because I trusted the club. I believe the club knew that they'd fucked up in the summer. And therefore, they wouldn't just sit on their hands and go, nah, we can't do nothing, lads. They'll go, you know what? We're a serious fucking club and we have serious standards and we're going to rectify this. And that's what they did. They went out and signed Mamouche, arguably one of the most informed players in the world. Yeah. They went out and got Gonzalez. Yes, they left it extremely late. Yes, they left it extremely late. And would they have signed him if we didn't get battered off Arsenal? Who knows? But they signed him regardless. Yeah. And then they went and signed these two centre-backs, man. In Vita Hayes and Abdulkadir Huzanov. And Huzanov, listen, I was like, yo, we signed these 2 players, yeah, and neither of them going to play. Huzanov actually looks like he might be able to step up to the plate straight away. Vita Hayes still unknown because obviously we've not seen him that much. And I'm absolutely certain that Hugo Viana right now is already conducting deals and trying to get deals done for the summer. Because he knows he's under pressure, by the way, Hugo Viana. He's probably looking at Tiki and says, nice one, mate. Nice one for leaving me this squad where half the squad needs to be moved on and I need to buy a whole new team. But at the same time, that's an opportunity, innit? That's an opportunity for him to come in and make this squad his own as the sporting director, you know? So, yeah, man, it's interesting, bro. It's an interesting situation, yeah? And I trust the club. And that's why I believe that they're going to do what's needed. You know what I mean? And I believe that they were going to do what was needed in January. And I think I was proved right. Would I have liked more? I would have liked a defender. Right back. I would have liked a right back. Obviously, Walker went. I would have liked us to get a right back. Now, we tried to get Cambiasso. Obviously, Juventus wanted, 65, 70 million quid for Cambiasso. We're never going to pay that. Fares. And ultimately, did the club feel that getting Cambiasso would have made a difference in the Premier League? Probably not. Champions League? Probably not. FA Cup? Minimal. So they're probably just waiting. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, that's where we're at, innit? And I'm happy. I'm happy because the club are moving in the direction that I want them to move in, which is being ruthless, which is not being sentimental, which is not sitting there going, oh, we can't get rid of 5 or 6 players because it's too much. Rip the plaster off, man. Rip the plaster off. Yeah, that is the best medicine, that. Rip the plaster off. Don't sit there and do, oh, we can't do 5, 6 players because that's not. By the way, yeah, someone told me that in 2017, City done this in 2017, no? Let me check this. Let me fact check this. Someone said we did this in 2017, by the way. And then we went on and won trophies. Let's have a look what we did in 2017, mate. Let's have a look. Yeah, look at this, man. Was it this year or the year after? Yeah, it's this one, isn't it? Look at all these players that went, man. Yeah, in these 2 years. In these 2 years. We had pure players leaving, mate. Yeah, when obviously Pep come in. Inacho, Boney left, Nolito left, Fernando left, Kolarov left, Nasri left, Hart left. They all left, man. Clichy left. You know, they all got off. And we bought loads of players. Look how many players we bought. Look at this. Look at this. Laporte, Mendy, Walker, Bernardo Silva, Edison, Danilo. Goodbye, bought pure players, man. Year before, John Stones, Sane, Jesus, Gundogan, Bravo, Nolito. Well, these are all first-team players. So this thing about, oh, we can't buy too many players in one window, or we can't let too many players go in one window because it's not going to be smooth transition. Sack that off, mate. Yeah, I'd rather get it all done as quickly as possible, rip the Band-Aid off, put the players in there, and believe that Pep Guardiola can coach these players to a Premier League title. And by the way, I'm not being funny, yeah, but this Liverpool are not serious, man. Yeah, they're going to win the league this season, isn't it? Yeah, but they're not serious. Yeah, they're probably going to lose at least 2 or 3 of those players. And that owner, FSG, yeah, he ain't going to put his hand in his pocket and properly invest in that squad. So they're going to decline next year. Arsenal bottle everything that they do, so they probably won't win. The league is literally wide open for us next year. So why wouldn't you want us to go full ham? Do you know what I mean? It's not going to take a full year for us to click, by the way. It might take a month or 2. But if they lose Salah and Van Dijk and Trent, or even 2 of those players, and Arsenal don't be serious again in the transfer window because they never are, we can do it, man. So what's the point in oh, you know what? Let's only sign 3 players and let 3 players go because we don't want to risk making it, dodgy or whatever. Sack that, man. I want to go ham on this thing, yeah? I want to go ham on this thing. But some of our fans need to wake up as well, mate, yeah? Check this tweet out, boys, yeah? Look at this tweet, man. Look at this, yeah? I'm going to start calling some of these people out, mate, because they called me out, so I'll call them out, innit? I tweeted this in November, right? Look at this. Diaz Stones are candidate absences and not thought to be too serious, but Nathan Ake is expected to be out for longer, blah, 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 right? So I put this, yeah? I'm sorry, but as much as I don't want to, yeah? So I don't want to do this, because that's what I said. For me, we have to get rid of Ake or Stones in the summer. We can't have 2 centre-backs who are completely unreliable, yeah? Check this guy. Check this guy. Do you have to say retarded shit for views? Yeah? This is some of our fans, This is some of our fans, bro. What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with these people, man? What are these people talking about, bro? Yeah? So big up, Pat. What are you talking about, mate? Are you calling Pepper retard then? Is that what you're doing, mate? And by the way, you shouldn't really use that word anyway, Pat, innit? Because that's a lot of people don't like that, innit? But yeah, bro, what are you saying this for? So you calling Pep that then? No, you're calling me because I'll call it out. What? And then you'll just join. He'll probably tweet something today saying, yeah, we need to do this. We need to do this. Look at this guy. Yeah, I've had enough of these guys, man. It's crazy to me how you can name Stones here being such a renowned City fan on here. I get Nathan Ake, but we should be building a John Stones statue for his performance in the Champions League. The only one that showed up to play that night from the starting whistle. Shameful. So, again, are we just meant to keep John Stones until he's 50 years old because he played well in the Champions League final? What's wrong with these people, man? I'll be deadly serious. Do you know what I mean? What are they talking about? Are we just meant to keep John Stones forever, guys, until he's 50? We just keep the whole treble year until they're 50, 60, 70 years old, pension age, yeah, deathbed. What are we doing? What's wrong with these guys, man? Honestly. This is what I'm talking about. I've said it at the start of this stream. Yeah, it's not an easy decision to make. I don't want to let John Stones leave. I think he's fucking unbelievable. I said last night on last night's stream, I genuinely believe that if John Stones stayed at City and he was injury-free, or not injury-free, but had a lot less injuries, I think he'd be challenging Vincent Kompany as our greatest ever centre-back, mate. But you can't keep him when he's played 2,800 minutes in 2 seasons. That's 1,400 minutes a season. It's about 15 games. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, apparently it's shameful for suggesting this. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Do you know what I mean? I got the same thing with Ortega. I tweeted a couple of weeks ago saying Ortega's not good enough to be a number 1. Keep him as a number 2, but he ain't good enough to be a number 1 because someone had said he is. I think Tommy tweeted and said Ortega's good enough to be number 1 next year if Edison leaves. I tweeted nothing bad. I just said disagree. I don't think Ortega's good enough to be a number 1, number 2 only. Then he goes and drops a couple stinkers. I got called out for that tweet again, and then he does a lot of stinkers as well, bro. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know why people put players above the club. I thought we were City fans. Yeah, you meant to put the club first, the badge first, City first. And yes, respect the players, yeah. But at the end of the day, at some point, you have to let them go. And I know it's difficult to let them go. Sometimes you have to move them on, innit? Can't keep them forever, lads. It's crazy, man. Honestly, it's a madness. So you got to move these guys on. Let me have a look at some of these chats, man. Big up to you guys, innit? Let's have a look. Big up to Luke. Says, it's going to be emotional summer, but Pep, the club and the fan base needs to move forward in the next one. Thanks for the memories, lads. Exactly, bro. This is facts, innit? This is facts. I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of regard. I showed you some of them comments, it's kind of a bit irrelevant because then people are wrong. Then people are wrong. Yeah, we're right, they're wrong. And I know we're right because Pep's just said it. Jack Garn said it yesterday in his news article. Everyone's saying it, right? I'm saying it. The manager's saying it. The real ITKs are saying it. Yeah, so a couple of fans online say we're being reactionary or whatever, but we know we're right because they're literally our manager's saying it and Jack Garn's saying it. Bill to Massam says, I'd send the academy and fringe players to Club World Cup. Problem is, bro, you can't do that, innit, Massam? Problem is, you can't do that because apparently, City have signed a contract. Not just City, all the teams have signed a contract with FIFA to say that they are going to play their best 11 and best players because obviously they're getting 60 million quid out of it. So FIFA don't want a lot of academy players playing in the tournament. They want the legit ones. So apparently we can't do that. You've got to play the strong 11s. To be honest with you, bro. Big up to you, bro. Big up to Kaiser as well. Says, we need Hato, Frimpong, Cambiasso, Wirtz, Kimmich, Yildiz, Trust Bob, Echeverry, McAteen, O'Reilly. Having competition at each position is vital. So Hato's a right back, yeah? Or left back? I don't think you need a left back. I'd keep Ake, so I don't think you need a left back. Frimpong, cool. And Cambiasso. Okay, so what? You getting rid of Rico Lewis as well? Because you're signing 2 right backs there. Wirtz, cool. Kimmich. I'd take Kimmich still. I would. As my all-rounder rotational option. Yeah, I would. Yildiz, don't know much about him. Is he a winger? That sounds like a decent list. The only thing is, I don't think you need the left back. I don't think you need the left back. Yeah. How much would that cost then? So, Wirtz, 120. Kimmich, 30. No, Kimmich free, isn't it? Kimmich free, so 130. Frimpong, 35, 160. Cambiasso, 50, 210. Yildiz, what? I don't know, 60? 270? 270. Hato, I don't know, 40. You're looking at about 310 there, including Hato, for all those players. Which is about what I'm saying, 300 mil. Big up to you, Kaiser, bro. Big up to Dr. Prodigal Fraud Daddy. Big up to you, bro. Big up to you, man. What a legend. What a legend. Welcome to the squad. Big up to Prodigal Daddy, bro. If you guys want to become a channel member, by the way, link is in the description. Sometimes there's a join button. Sometimes there's a link in the pinned comment. Big up to you, bro. Appreciate it, man. Legend. Big up to AJ says, some fans are too sentimental. It shows some fans are too sentimental. Yeah. And listen, I get why they're sentimental. Because they don't want the players to leave. And these players are legends. Some of them are legends. I get it. I get why they're sentimental. But you have to somehow find a way to put the club first and recognise that you can't keep players forever. And if players are not fit and constantly get injured, that's not fair on the other players. Josko Gvardiol should be studied by science universities and science labs all over the world because that guy's had barely any rest all season because he's not able to have any rest because no one's fit to take his spot in the team. So it's not fair on Gvardiol. It's not fair on Akanji. Because Akanji's been coming back and he keeps on getting injured. He's not really been an injury-prone player since he's been at City, has he? But this season, he keeps on getting injured because as soon as he's back from injury, he's in the team. Apparently, Ake's not even properly fit, but he's going on the pitch playing injured. So he'll get injured again. Diaz is picking up more injuries this year. It's not. It's because the players keep getting injured because there's not enough players. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to put it ahead of it, man. Like I say, bro, it's not. I'm not sitting here saying, get rid of Stones, he's crap. I'm saying Stones is one of the best centre-backs we've ever had. But it doesn't matter if he's never fit, bro. I think he's played 2,800 minutes in the last 2 years. That's crazy, you know. That's crazy. 2,800 minutes in 2 seasons. And he's on about 200 grand a week, by the way, as well. Yeah. It's not fair on the other players. because they're not being able to get the rest and recovery that they need. They then get injured. They're probably not playing to the best of their abilities because they're not properly fit. But I get it, man, because it's not easy. It's not easy. It's the same with KDB. People say to me all the time, "Oh, LB, you flip flop on KDB all the time." Of course, I flip flop on KDB all the time because I don't want him to leave. He's the greatest City player of all time, in my opinion. It's not going to be an easy decision to let the guy leave. So some days I'm like, you know what, we can't let him leave, and then some days I'm like, we got to let him leave. And at the moment, I'm on the he has to go. I'll probably change my mind again before the end of the season. I'll probably change my mind 2 or 3 times. But at the same time, when you're doing that, you probably know deep down what the correct decision is to make. If you're constantly changing your mind. But it's not easy. It's the same. It wasn't easy with Company. It wasn't easy with Company decided to leave. It wasn't easy with Silva. Do you know what I mean? We probably could have got another year or 2 out of Silva. Mahrez, same with him. But ultimately, when you're running a football club, I said it last night with Si. Yeah, and I think I'm right. Yeah, essentially, what you try to do as a sporting director, and it's pretty grim when you deep it. You're essentially trying to predict when the player's going to turn crap, innit? Real talk. That's actually what you're doing, isn't it? Really, when you get to these players when they get into the 30s with the contracts, you're essentially trying to predict when they're going to drop off. Because here's the thing, yeah. Something that pisses me off, but don't piss me off, yeah. Something that I disagree with is when people say, I'm interested to know what you guys think on this one. People say that, I hear it all the time, players don't just become bad players overnight. That's the saying. I completely, 100% disagree with that comment and that statement. 100%. I do believe players become bad overnight. I genuinely do, because they don't become bad technically. They become bad in the legs, in the cardio, yeah, in the stamina. Because as soon as they take a little drop off in speed, acceleration, stamina, they're miles off it, because this is a professional sport. It's an elite level sport. It's the Premier League. Yeah. And as Pep Guardiola said himself, I'll bring the comment up again, mate. I'll bring the comment up right again. Yeah. Where is it? Let me see the comment again. Here we go. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Teams are quicker. Teams are faster. Teams are stronger. And we all know that. Football's becoming more about P and P, isn't it? Pace and power is where football is going. I think we've gone from a tactical era of tiki-taka, Pep Guardiola, blah, blah, blah. And I think we're slowly moving towards a power, speed, pace, all that kind of stuff. So therefore, yeah, it becomes even more sort of highlighted. If you lose a little bit of speed, if you lose a little bit of acceleration, a little bit of physicality, it's going to be even more highlighted because everybody else is quicker and faster. You've got Belabor running around the pitch at Brighton. He's everywhere. Watching for Brighton, the guy just runs and runs and runs and runs. He's quicker than everybody else. He's stronger than everybody else. He outmuscles everybody else. And that's one of the issues, man. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy, man. It is crazy, bro. Thank you for the memories, legends, but we need to rebuild and move on. Exactly, man. This is what I'm saying. It's not a like, get out, this guy's crap. It's you need to leave because you're no longer good enough. Thanks for everything you've done. Yeah. But you now need to leave because I support Manchester City and the badge comes first and you're not good enough to play for our club anymore because you're too old. It's a little sad, isn't it? But at the same time, it's true. Does Frimpong count as homegrown? I think he does. Bro. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he does, Massam. Big up to Echo Falls, man. Says, I think we should properly try in the Club World Cup. Interest in playing South American teams, and maybe in 50 years, teams will have stars above their badge for it. You never know where the prestige of the Club World Cup will end up. Listen, I want to win every trophy that we're in, man. Yeah? I don't think you should go into tournaments, whether it's maybe the Community Shield is the only one because that seems to be a bit of a jinx, right? But I don't want to go into any tournament and go, don't care. Yeah? Don't care. Bro, when I grew up, yeah, we used to win nothing, mate. I was buzzing off winning the Thomas Cook Trophy, bro, yeah? So for me, I don't think we should disrespect any trophy. And I think whenever we're in a trophy, we should go for it. and give it our best. That doesn't mean you need to do an open top bus parade around Manchester if you win it. Yeah, but I don't think we should be disrespecting trophies. Yeah, when you know, only 15, 16 years ago we used to win nothing, and we'd only dream of this. So I'd go for it personally. Yeah, like even the Carabao Cup, I get a little bit frustrated when Pep just rotates the whole side and we get knocked out of the Carabao Cup because I really want to win it. I love the Carabao Cup. I always have done. You know what I mean? You know, you see a lot of younger players and that in there, but like I always like the Carabao Cup. So I get frustrated there. I know obviously we have bigger fish to fry. So usually that's fine because we go on and win a Premier League or we go on and win the Champions League or the FA Cup or whatever. So it's cool. I still on the night. I'm still on the night or the day after a little bit pissed off. But then obviously I get over it quickly when we go and win the Premier League. But yeah, I don't think we should be disrespecting any trophy, mate. Yeah, I think it's a bit arrogant, isn't it? Divine Mikasa and Mifune should get the call up. Yeah, these are two players that, listen, I've obviously big potential. Obviously, Mifune is still very young. Mikasa's very young, actually. They're both 17 now. But yeah, I'd like to see them get an option, get a tryout. You know what I mean? You know, it's easier to take the reason why the academy stuff's blown up this year and people are getting frustrated with the academy this year is because we've been crap. Yeah. It's easier to accept the academy players not getting game time when you're winning and you're winning trophies and everything's rosy because then you're like, yeah, I know we'd like to see that guy in the academy get some minutes, but at the end of the day, we're winning, so who cares? When you then stop winning and you've got these academy players, you go, why can't you play the academy players? So that's probably why it's blown up this year. I imagine when we do a massive rebuild this summer and we start winning football matches again next year, imagine the academy, people will probably stop talking about it again. That's how it works. That's how it works. No one spoke about the academy last year or the year before that when we won a treble. No one give a shit. It's only this year, really, when we've been crap. Everyone's like, play to your kids, you know? That's literally how it works, man. That's literally how it works, bro. It's true, isn't it, bro? It's true, man. It's true. The academy should be part of it. Listen, I want to see the academy players. I want to see the academy players get some minutes and that. You know what I mean? I wasn't been a big fan of the academy personally. So LB City should reject the chance to play in the Community Shield for the future. You know, that's so funny, bro. That's crazy, you know. I seen was it Laura? Yo, there's a woman that called Laura Rose on Twitter, right? And she posted this well funny picture the other day. This one. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this photo. Everybody else with a time machine. I'm your grandson. Whoa, dude, for real. And then look at me with a time machine. If you care about this club, miss the fucking penalty. Do not score it at any cost. About a Kenya. I'm pretty sure that's the Community Shield, in it, where we won on penalties. So yeah, that's pretty funny, man. I don't know why that's such a what's it called? Such a jinx. Why is it such a jinx, bro? Yeah, why is it such a jinx, man? It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy, man. But yeah, I think some fans are just gonna have to get over it. You know, I know they're very sentimental and that, and I'm a very sentimental person. I'm a football romantic. That's why I want Vincent Kompany to manage Man City after Pep Guardiola. I'm very much a sentimental player. You see me with the Gundogan hype in the summer. Yeah, you see me with the Gundogan hype in the summer. You see me what I talk about Vinny Kompany. I do fall into that bracket of sentimentality. However, there has to be a limit. And the limit is this season we've seen the limit. And we have to deal with it. You can't keep them all. Yeah, what we're doing here. It's a madness. Yeah, big up mine. Good to see you, bro. Mr. LB, don't be sad. You'll win things again. Oh, I'm definitely sure we'll win things again. I think we'll win the. Yeah, Ethan, bro, chill, bro. Leave me alone. I think we'll win the FA Cup, man. Go and get me that FA Cup this season. I'll be buzzing. You know what I mean? How do you see the Liverpool game going, LB? Draw 2-2. 2-2 draw, Bray. 2-2 draw. I see it. Built to Prodigal says, is Marmoush the Haaland sub? I have doubts. The 2 games he played solo. I like him more as the second striker with Haaland. Maybe need Mobama to step up. I think I wouldn't read too much into the games where Marmoush has played as a striker without Haaland, right? Which is 2 games? Because we're not very good this year. I think you have to judge him next year. But I agree. So far, he looks better as a second striker in it, 100%. I think Mobama will probably be sold in the summer for 10 million quid, and that's, you made 10 times your money. That Mobama thing financially is a brilliant deal. We've signed him for $1 million. We'll probably sell him for 10 million £10 million this summer. Brilliant financial business. But I don't think he'll step up. Big up to Amar says KDB cannot stay for a serious club. I don't think he'll stay. I think he'll go. I think he's gone anyway. I think it's pretty obvious that he's gone. When Pep Guardiola doesn't start you against Arsenal, doesn't start you against Real Madrid, and he gets hooked off after 60 minutes against Real Madrid in the first leg, again, how much more evidence do you need? Do you need more evidence? He got dropped against Arsenal. He played 60 minutes against Real Madrid and got hooked off after 60 minutes because he looked knackered, and he didn't play in the away leg at Real Madrid when it's probably one of the biggest games of the season. He's on 400 grand a week. I don't really know how much more evidence you need. I'd be absolutely stunned if he stays. Stunned. The club legends need to leave elite football before football leaves you. Don't believe the next Walker. Don't be the next Walker, says Prodigal. First person that needs to go is the set piece guy. Yeah, Carlos Vicens, bro. Sorry, mate. It's time to go, bruv. It's time to go. Doku and Savinho should be on the pitch together, says Vernon. Well, I think maybe this weekend you might see. The problem with Doku is you have to be really careful with this guy, bro. Really careful, because I've been saying this for a long time now, yeah. But I'm getting a bit worried about Doku and his injuries, because he's going to go down the Reece James route. He's going to go down the Reece James route, mate. Yeah, we got to be careful with him. And I think Pep is being careful. I think Pep is being really, really careful to make sure that we bring him back when he's actually legit fit. Yeah. But I would like to see that at some point, Vernon. Facts. Etcher Messi, the main thing I'm looking forward to. Yeah, man, listen, he was on Instagram last night. Yeah, posting some shit. I think he's going to be coming real soon, guys. Pause. Let me... Echeverry. What's his latest post? 22 hours ago, he posted Venezuela, but I don't think he was in Venezuela. I think he was in Argentina. So, yeah, I reckon he'll probably fly over soon, man. I want to get him in the squad as quickly as possible. I'm not joking. Yeah, I'm starting him. I'm giving him a chance, 100%. 100%. Yeah, man, Eche Messi gonna be class. Club World Cup to get new to gel players in. Transfers during Club World Cup, definitely, says Ed. Yeah, facts. Ideally, I think we need to get about 2 or 3 in that week. I know it could be tough, but it's not tough though, is it? It's not tough. Because if Edison's leaving, go and get Costa or go and get me Chevalier. Yeah, Costa's got a release clause. Chevalier, 40 million, done. Cambiasso, you've been negotiating for 2 months. Yeah, go and get that done straight away. Although they are in the tournament, so they might not want to sell him, to be fair. They might have to wait. You might have to wait on that one. Mark Wade, go and get him if you want a centre-back. Yeah, just go and get me players. You got to get me a couple of players in that week to take the pressure off. I'd love to get Kubasi, but not happening, says Kaiser. Yeah, probably not, bro. Probably not, man. Edison's off to Saudi. Yeah, this is it, man. Edison's off to Saudi, innit? Edison's off to Saudi. Lineup. I'll do a lineup probably tomorrow, bro. I can't stay for too long now. I'm on the Premier League TV channel, guys. If any of you guys have got the Premier League TV channel, I'm on that. I'm on that with Hussam like now, so I kind of need to leave, but I'll give it a couple more minutes in it before I get off. What are you guys saying? Ortega not good enough. Which goalkeeper are you going for? Says Eric. I agree. Ortega not good enough for number 1. Number 2, number 1. I don't know. Bro. I don't know who you go for. I don't know. I don't see anyone in the Premier League that stands out. Obviously, this Diego Costa at Porto, 60 million release clause, has the stats. The stats are great, but I watched him once and he was at fault for 2 out of the 3 goals, and everybody tells me he's a bozo. Chevalier, I hear good things about this Chevalier guy at Lille. I've never seen him play, so I can't give you my opinion. Chevalier, watch along against Dortmund. Yo, what's that? Champions League? Ed, what's that? Chevalier, watch along Dortmund. Is that Champions League or something? We might have to hit that up, Yeah, we might have to get him. Trafford, nah, not Trafford. Not Trafford. Yeah, we might have to watch that Champions League game, innit? Unai Simon, I don't really know if he's decent. I don't know. I have to just trust the club on that one. Lunin, I don't know about Lunin, bro. I don't know about him, innit? Chevalier, apparently 40 million euros, so about 35 million quid. Yeah, 35 million quid. Tricky, man. Tricky, bro. But yeah, man. Anyway, this is what I'll end with this. Tweeted this before. Don't know about you guys, but I'm desperate to win the FA Cup this year. It sounds like there's going to be major clear out this summer. I want the players, some of them are legends, to go out with a trophy. I'm desperate for the FA Cup, guys. I'm absolutely desperate. I'm so desperate for this trophy. I'm dying for it, man. I'd do anything for this. Not everything. Yeah, chill. I do a lot of stuff for this. Yeah. I want to see a picture of Pep in the middle, Kevin De Bruyne, John Stones, Edison holding that FA Cup, guys. I want to see it. I need to see it. You know what I mean? Maybe Gundo. Throw Gundo in there, innit? And maybe Bernardo if he's getting off as well. There. And the rest of the rest of them. The other 15 that we're selling as well. But yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully we win it, man. We got Plymouth Argyle next weekend, so we need to get into that next round. And obviously Rodri will be back for maybe the semi-final or the final if we get there. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, yeah, interesting presser. Interesting comments from Pep Guardiola today in that press conference, man. So yeah, anyway, I'll let you go. I'm on the stream. I've got to go. Big up to you guys. Smash a like on the stream. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. Shout out to everyone in the building. Make sure you do smash that like button. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, innit?